Hi everyone and welcome to our music lesson. So before we get into the lesson today, I'm just going to let you know that you do need some paper and a pencil for the beginning activity that we're going to do. So if you want to go and pause this video now and get yourself some paper and a pencil, then off you go. Okay, so you should all now have in front of you a piece of paper and a pencil. So I'm just going to jump straight in there and share my screen. So today we're going to recap that vocabulary that we keep going over because it's really important when it comes to some of the music that we're going to listen to today. So this is what listen and appraise means. It means that we're going to listen to a song and then we're going to comment on that song and we're going to bring in all that vocabulary that we've been learning. Then we're going to follow some rhythms. So we're going to have a look on charanga, and some of you might have been, you might have seen this when you were in lockdown and we had some of the music lessons. And then you're going to make some of your own rhythms and then you're going to perform them to your class. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do then, I have got my pictures here to give you some little hints and tips. Can you write down on your piece of paper all of the music vocabulary that we have been learning so far? So look at the pictures to give you that clue. Can you write down those words? Okay, so have you got these words? So we've got rhythm. Can we remember what rhythm is? Remember, it's those short and long sounds. This is the tricky one that we get a little bit confused with. So remember when we did that warm up a few lessons ago, where we were clapping the rhythms, clicking the rhythms, we were stomping with our feet. What else were we doing? We were tapping our knees, and then we were also, we had a rest, so we weren't doing anything. Super. So we've got rhythm, we've got pulse, which is the beat all the way through the song. We've got tempo, which is all about the speed of the music. So is it quite slow, or is it a medium speed, or is it quite fast? And then in the bottom corner here, we've got dynamics. So that is all about the volume. Is it quite soft, or is it quite loud? Or again, is it just in the middle? Is it in between? And then we've got texture. So thinking about that sandwich, layering up that sandwich with all the different fillings. And then when we're talking about music, we're talking about the layers of instruments. So if there's not many instruments, we say that it's a thin texture. But as we start to build up and layer our song with our instruments, our texture starts to thicken. So the thinner it is, the less instruments we have, and the thicker it is, the more instruments we have. Super. So we are going to listen to a song, and all those words that you've written down on your sheet, you're going to write about. So you're going to think about these questions that are on my PowerPoint slide here. What is the texture like? So can you think about those instruments that are in the song? Are there lots of instruments at the beginning of the song, or is it quite a thin texture? Or does it start to change throughout the song, and does it start to thicken? Or does it start really thick with lots of instruments and then there becomes less and less instruments? So what is the texture like? What instruments can you hear? Can you write down on your sheet what instruments you can hear in this song? Who's singing? Is it a female or male singer? Is it just one person singing, or is it a group of people? What is the tempo like? So this is all about the speed, remember. Is it quite a fast song? Or is it quite a steady song and it's in the middle? Or is it quite slow? So is it fast? Is it slow? Is it in the middle? Does it change at all? Does it go really, really slow at one point? Or does it start to speed up and get faster? And then can you also think about the dynamics as well? what is happening with the volume. Is it really, really quiet? Is it really soft? Or is it really loud? Or does it change at all? So I want you to listen, I want you to pause the video and I want you to listen to this song. And your teacher is going to show you the music video, and then she's going to pause it and you're going to look back at these questions and you're going to have a go at writing down your answers, thinking about that song that you've just listened to. Okay, so what did we think? You should have got some of these ideas. So when we were thinking about dynamics, when we're talking about the volume, it was quite soft, that song, wasn't it? It was really soft at the beginning and slow, but then it started to grow a little bit louder and louder as more instruments started to join. Well done. Did you get any of these instruments down on your sheet? Did you hear the keyboard right at the very beginning? And then the drums just came in, didn't they, not long after the keyboard. So it was just the keyboard and the drums for a little while. And then the violin started to come in, and the guitar and a bass guitar. So more and more instruments started to build that texture. So at the beginning, we would say it was a thin texture because there was only the keyboard and then the drums started to come in. But then more and more instruments started to come in and it was more thick. The texture thickened in the middle of the song. And then it was just one person singing, and it was a female singer as well. So the vocals were performed by a female singer. Okay, so if you remember back to those home learning videos that we did in music, you might remember some of these short and long sounds. So if we look at this first sentence here, and it says my name, so Miss Holderness, we can see that miss is just a long sound. Sorry, I nearly said short. A long sound, so it would just be miss. But Holderness would be 3 short sounds. Holderness, Miss Holderness. Okay, see if you can do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss Holderness. Then if we look at the second sentence, we've again got a mixture of short and long sounds. So we've got I like mushy peas and sausages. So there's shorter sounds at the end as well. Okay, so let's do this one together. I like mushy peas and sausages. I like mushy peas and sausages. Good, well done. On my screen and pop it onto Churanga. Okay, so we have got here some short and long sounds. So we've got these sounds here, which are your shorter sounds. And then we've got these sounds here, which are your shorter sounds. So I'm just going to let you listen to the song first. And we're going to see listen to those short and long sounds, and then we're going to have a go at clapping them. So let's have a listen first. Are we ready? Let's have a go. And again. Good. Okay, this time I'm going to shuffle it. So it's going to change it up. So now we've got straight away, we've got a short sound and a long sound after. Rest, rest, short sound, rest, long, short, rest, 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 short, short. So let's have a listen first. Are we ready? Well done. Okay, so we've got the hang of it now, our short and long sounds, and we're going to look more at that next week as well. I'm just going to share my screen and pop this on now. Okay, so what you're going to do for the end part of this lesson, you're going to partner up with the person you're sat next to, and you're going to create your own rhythm. So it can be as long or as short as you want. You can have separate parts that you play on your own, or you could both play the same part together that you learn. You're going to try and have a mixture of long and short sounds. So don't make it boring and just have try and mix it up so it's completely different. Okay, you don't have to just clap. You might want to click parts. You might want to stomp parts or tap parts, but just be careful that you're not doing it too loud because the whole class are going to be doing this. Okay, when your teacher thinks that you're ready, you're going to stop and you're all going to listen to everybody, to everybody's rhythms. Okay, so we've got to be a really good audience member when it comes to performing, remember? So we've got to listen to each other's performances and just have a listen at all the different rhythms that you've all made. Okay, I hope you've had a lovely lesson and I will see you next week. Well done.